Hi, this is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com, and we are talking about spiritual power. The topic for this video is how to multiply your energy level. If I was coming to you right now and I would say, hey, you want more energy? I bet that you would say, yeah, sure. I mean, energy is always welcome, right? Now you can do a very simple exercise. Check into your system, in your mind, in your body, and try to estimate what is your energy level right now. Between 0 and 100%, you give yourself a mark. Take a minute just to think about it internally. You take a white page and you write down your energy level. Suppose that you are at maybe 70%. What does it mean exactly? It means that out of 100% of potential that you could be at, you are only expressing 70% of your energy level. Okay? So what we are going to do is very simple. We are going to check what you can do to go from 70% to 100%. Because the good news is that we do have techniques, right? We do have approaches, actions we can take which are going to shift our energy level. The first thing that you can change is your diet. When you check what you have been eating over the last week, how much of it is processed food? It's very simple. The further away a food is from its original state, for instance, if you take a fruit and it has been cooked, warmed, mixed with all sorts of ingredients and then packed, put in a tin, and then 1 year later you eat that, of course the life force, the original life force content of this food is already partially gone. What we see, the physical body that we see is only a small fraction of the energy content of the original fruit, for instance. So when you go closer to the raw product, you are going to have a greater energy impact in your system when you eat that raw food or something which is very close to it. And this works for vegetables, it works for grains, it works for fruit, it works for fish or meat as well. The closer you are to the original state or the original life form, then the more energetic it's going to be for your system. This is a very simple thing to remember. Now, if you start checking your diet, you can also give yourself a mark for how good is your diet right now, how good is are your nutrition habits, and what are the simple changes that you can make to increase the energy level of what you eat. It's very simple. If you eat food which is extremely processed, then usually the energy content is going to be relatively low. And we are talking about life force. We are not even talking about vitamins or nutrients. We are really looking at the life force value of that specific food. Okay? Second element that you can check is really your contact with nature. How much time do you spend outdoor, really? In a week time, are you locked inside in a city, or do you go regularly in nature, in contact with trees, with fresh air, with an environment which is vibrating and energizing? That's the next element to check. If you have been inside for a long time, you don't go out much, and you feel that your energy level is low, the first thing to do is start breathing fresh air. Okay? This is a very simple thing to do. You go out, you go in nature, and you breathe in and out deeply a few times. And then, of course, there are some more practices that you can do in nature, which have to do with dynamic breathing techniques and these kind of things. But we will talk about this in another video. But for now, remember that your contact with nature is the next element that you can focus on. Being outdoors, simply breathing fresh air. Remember that the average person spends an incredible 90% of time indoors, which is quite shocking when you think of it, right? We are locked within the four walls of houses or cars almost all the time. It's only a small fraction of the day where you tend to go out. And this has to do with modern lifestyles, but well, look at what it brings into society. There's lots of depression, people feel tired, exhausted, stressed out. All that has to do with the fact that there is little contact with nature, little contact with energies which are actually enhancing and bringing a fresh stream of power in your system. So this is the next element, contact with nature and fresh air. The next element we can look at is really moving your body. And that's something that, again, because of modern lifestyle, sometimes people forget to do it. Or they simply don't engage into activities which are going to stimulate their physical bodies. So what you can do is very simple. You can go into exercise, you can go outdoor again, or go to the gym, or do whatever. You can do that from house as well, but the goal is really to move your body. The moment you start moving your body, you invoke fresh energies into your system, and this is going to bring in, of course, new energies. So if you just focus on these three elements or these three aspects, it's already going to shift your energy level. You might go from 70% to maybe 85% if you just, in the day, focus on those three elements a little bit. You don't even need to shift radically your diet, but it might be, choosing for a light salad rather than a heavy meal for lunch. Maybe your whole afternoon is going to shift energy-wise just because of this choice. So it's not complicated. What I'm saying is that you can shift your energy level. You can actually raise it progressively by making simple lifestyle choices. And this in itself is going to have a massive impact in your life. Okay, you take care for now, and bye-bye.